Donald Trump appeared on Nelk Boys Full Send Pod, and then it got pulled off YouTube.
How many views did before it got pulled?
5
It
mil.
was like 5 mil.
In 24 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, did
For
Rumble
misinformation.
offer them the bag immediately?
Apparently, YouTube pulled it off because Trump claimed that the election was fraudulent.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
YouTube has an election, like they have like an election integrity policy that he broke. So that's why I got pulled off, according to YouTube.
I wonder if he can use like a little bit more specific language to get away with that. Because he could say there was fraud in the election because there's fraud in every election.
Yeah.
He just can't say that the fraud changed the results. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every election, right? Think about
Yeah.
it. Like every election, there's going to be some like an old lady that writes in her husband that just passed away's vote as well.
Yeah.
So that technically is fraud.
Yeah.
It's just not enough to actually overturn an election.
I'm not saying I'm right. I want you to tell me why I'm wrong.
Yeah.
There was a lot of left-wing people who said the Trump election was kind of stolen because the only reason Trump won is Russian misinformation and Russian bots, et cetera, whatever that word is. How is that different and how is that acceptable? If you said that, would you still get pulled off?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's good.
Because if so, and this is I don't necessarily think free speech should always be allowed. You can't say, I'm going to kill the president and get away with it. That should be punished.
Well,
but
I guess the only thing I would say to that is those people were influenced by information, but they still voted. And I think what Trump is saying is that there were fake votes that were sent in. And those are different things. Like influencing someone into voting, it's like, yeah, you found a loophole in the system.
Right.
But at the same time, like Russia can send 1 million videos saying how awesome a candidate is.
Yeah.
If you don't get up off your ass and go vote, then
right.
I think it's also difference between saying the referees didn't do a good job and that team didn't win that game. Like Trump sort of goes after the actual outcome, being like, this is an illegitimate outcome.
He says the game was fixed as opposed to the refs had the refs sucked.
Yeah. I mean, that shit was getting taken down no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question.
It's just wild times like that even happens.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a president.
I mean, there was
ex-president.
So have you seen any of the clips?
Yeah.
Have you seen the clip of him talking about how he's like a good DJ?
Yeah, the YMCA shit. Yeah, you know what gets the people going? YMCA. The gay national anthem. He called it the gay national anthem. Yeah, he's just the most entertaining.
He goes off on the windmills. He's like, oh, these windmills. Why are they building these windmills? What's the point of these windmills? I tell him all the time, they don't work. They're ugly, but these people love the windmills. It's like there's a war happening. He's just waxing about windmills. It's amazing.
It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder. You see this conversation happen all the time. It's like, does Russia invade Ukraine if Trump is still president? I think so.
Yeah, I don't remember Trump having I've heard he did a good job with China.
Yeah.
And kind of checking China, but I did not hear that about Russia.
Yeah.
I would hear kind of the opposite. Again, who knows what side I'm hearing information from.
Yeah.
It's very safe to say that I don't know, and I don't think any of us know.
Yeah, we might find out.
I don't think until we know fully why Russia invaded and what the exact reason was, like in 5 years, will we know if they would do it when Trump was president. Like if it's
desperation, they're going to do it no matter who's in office.
If it's fear of NATO expansionism, like that was happening regardless. So it might have just happened anyway. If it was like, if it's these biolabs or whatever, like Russia's alleging, like that was still going on. So maybe it would have happened anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. We can't know until we know what the actual motivation is.
And you have to understand like what Trump's policy would be in the area, right? So if Trump is like, yo, cut this NATO expansion out, then there might not be any reason for Putin to get to work. Who knows? It's Nelk Boys have been doing a good job.
Yeah.
Been doing a really good job. They're plugged in.
And I think they do it all without like any monetization directly from AdSense on.
So they're just doing it for the merch business.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Which is really crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think they got their monetization removed.
Yeah. Because they're wild boys.
Yeah, they're wild boys. Yes, they are. Yeah, they've been doing a good job, like getting really like marquee guests at the right time. Like they had Antonio Brown right in the middle of that whole scandal. Yes. Like they keep having, and they keep like using these relationships that they already have built up and working them brilliantly. Like getting Dana White on there. Like, I mean, it's just, they're doing a great job.
Now, something I'm curious about, how come the White House hasn't briefed us about the war in Ukraine?
We're not important enough.
They've been briefing everyone else. They're briefing all these TikTokers, but they haven't even called
Maybe
us
they
one
know
time.
that we got it down.
We're saying nuke everyone.
Yeah.
They're like, all right.
They're like, that's what we were going to tell the TikTokers.
Yeah, they're keeping it up.
Yeah.
Maybe they should call us to talk to the TikTokers.
Maybe.
I think we should get on the phone with Addison Rae. Be like, hey, listen, push the button. All right. Yo, we got to do the nuke challenge. When are we going to do the nuke challenge?
When I saw that though, like when I saw that they were like briefing the TikTokers and shit like that, my immediate reaction was like, ugh, how nice would it be to learn on this on TikTok? Like, I want it on TikTok.
100%.
Give me
I thought it was
TikTok.
a great idea.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the only way to fight the propaganda war because you know the other side is going to put out their shit.
Yeah.
So you got to tell your people, hey, here's what the deal is. Get it out to how many, 1 billion people on TikTok?
Yeah.
Or do you want us to watch Jen Psaki on CNN at 2 p.m.? It's not happening, yo. You gotta adapt and let's get the information out however it gets out.
Yeah, 100%. Why would you say no to it? It just sounds so ridiculous.
It sounds embarrassing, but we are embarrassing as a culture.
Yeah.
Culture tends to be embarrassing.
There's this kid who breaks down like historical events, but he does them kind of sarcastically on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And it's great. Like, I feel like I'm learning about it.
Yeah.
It's just like the best teacher ever. And I feel like I'm learning about this thing that happened in American history. And he's breaking it down, and I'm kind of like laughing at it. And I'm like, yeah, this should be all learning.
It's Hamilton.
This is what happens when America doesn't control the platform. Because like back when America controlled the platform, they're like, all right, let's call up Dorsey, call up Zuckerberg, and like we'll brief them on the war in Ukraine. And now that China's running, they're like, we got to tell the content creators,
right,
tell them how to run it because
with the U.S. companies, we can do it at the algorithmic level.
Yeah,
tweak this,
you do it the right way.
This, that.
China's not telling their influencers how to do it. They're like, yeah, this is what they're going to say.
It's like doing brand deals versus just promoting rankings. Now we have to integrate it directly into the person speaking.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's how we have to influence it through the manual algorithm of the creators.
We can't just turn up the knobs.